Have you ever opened your phone and 30 minutes later you're still there scrolling and you forgot completely what you were meant to be doing? That's called brainrot, and it's stealing your peace, your focus, and your energy. So how do we heal our overstimulated, exhausted minds without extreme detox that never really last? Hello, my name is Fanny Evano, also known as the Soulful therapist. In here, I talk about psychotherapy, spirituality, and self-discovery. I want each of these videos to be feeling like a small therapy sessions, a place to reflect and pause during your day. So if that's interest to you, I recommend you please subscribe to my channel so you get notified every time I will be uploading a video, which currently it's 2 times a week. Brain rot isn't just scrolling too much. It's a real burnout for your brain's ability to focus, to feel joy, and to rest. Some of the effects of this overstimulation can be memory loss, anxiety and racing thoughts, emotional numbness, exhaustion despite nothing in particular. We get it. Our phones are overstimulating us every single day. The constant scrolling, the infinite flow of information is too much for our brains. So now let's look at some numbers. A 30-year-old individual typically spends 2 hours and 40 minutes on social media platforms, and that tends to incline over time. Actually, you could pause this video and look inside your settings and see which application you spend the most time on. And anyway, spoiler alert, it will be on entertainment. Now, the main issue is not that we have access to information. It's actually amazing that we are living in an era where you can literally get information on anything you're passionate about. And that's really something we should cherish. However, it's the type of content that change that dynamic. Short-form contents are the most engaging content on social media. So while numbers may vary greatly from one individual to the next, it's estimated that an average user will be exposed between 200 to 400 short videos a day. I was sharing some of the effects this overconsumption of contents is having on your life, but this is really important to understand and to process because it's our essence as a human that is being affected. The more we are drawn into our phones, the less we find a connection with the world around us. We are just busy all the day. And yes, the world is highly competitive and it doesn't give you enough time to rest. And we know we need to rest, but that's not enough. Now imagine with the flow of information that we have available right now, we could become super knowledgeable about something we really like. But instead, we are spending this time otherwise. We are spending this time on contents that are not gonna bring you any benefits apart of that just numbness for half an hour, 1 hour, sometimes more. And of course, all this content cannot be processed consciously. So one, you might be exposed to content that are useless. You could be exposed to contents that are informative, which could be great. You could be exposed to contents that are triggering sadness and anger. What I want you to do is to really reflect on what type of content are you consuming every day. Is it benefiting you or is it drowning you in a flow of information that you cannot get out of it? Now, we can consider a dopamine detox, and we hear that quite a lot. And I have some bad news for you, I'm sorry. We imagine dopamine detox to be like this great reset tool, but dopamine detox alone won't save you. We imagine this dopamine detox being a great reset tool, but without building a slower, softer life afterwards, you will relapse into the same cycle again. A dopamine detox without a lifestyle shift is like giving your brain a sip of water in the middle of a drought. It's helpful, but not healing. Let's discuss a sustainable alternative. Introducing the slow living mindset. Try scheduling moments of rest. The same way you will schedule an appointment with somebody, schedule an appointment with yourself. Be more conscious of what you consume. Choose only what nourishes your mind. Find time to spend in nature. And if you live in a big city, like I do here in Dubai, nature is even in the heart of downtown. We always hear, no, but I'm living in this gray city, it's only concrete, it's only towers. But let me tell you, if you spend enough time outside on a walk and you observe what's going on around you, you will hear the chirping of the birds, you will see them flying from one tree to another, and they have adapted to this environment. I'm not saying we must adapt to this environment. I actually think it's better if we could be all living in the countryside or at least living a nearby forest, but it's not the case for a lot of us. So let's try to be realistic here. Let's try to see the positive sides and let's observe what's really going on around us. Because when you think nature is dead and it's not there, it's lacking, but it's there. And you can still see the little piece of nature even in the middle of downtown Dubai. And lastly, try to be involved in creative play, whatever it is. Some people like pottery, some others like painting, some others are more outdoorsy. Whatever you like to do, just involve that creativity to flow within you. As you know, I like to include a small exercise in each video, and this is the time to grab your notebooks. What are 3 slow, nourishing things I can do this week that don't involve a screen? The aim of this video today is to highlight the overstimulation, to make you think of what you are consuming right now at this moment and how you can shift it a little bit. I'm not saying get off social media and go out there. That might not be realistic for you. But if it is, I highly encourage you and welcome you to do so.